हेलो फ्रेंड्स, स्वागत है आपका इंग्लिश गुरु एनपी पर। और आज मैं आपको एक स्टोरी रीडिंग करके दिखाने वाला हूँ, माय मदर। सो आपको सभी को ध्यान से सुनना है और आपकी लिसनिंग पावर को बढ़ाना है। माय मदर वॉज अ स्मार्ट लेडी. शी ऑलवेज फिगर्ड आउट फन वे टू गेट मी टू क्लीन अप माय रूम और brush my teeth or take a bath, even though I loaded all three at an early age. By the time I was 11, though, I often thought it was fun and could not wait to do them. But it was not just because of this that she was smart. She always knew how to give the right advice. When I was 7, I often came home crying for school because back then I was a bit chubby and my peers ruthlessly picked on me. My mother would hold me in her arms, push back my long hair from my face, and wiped away my tears as I told her what happened. My mother gave the right advice so many times. It was if she had been right there with me when it happened. Being little, I would sometimes whine about my weight, and then my mother would tell me that she had once been like me. When I was this little, I did not believe it because at the time I looked nothing like her. She was tall and thin, with long mousy brown hair and blue eyes. I was short and stubby with short, nearly black hair and green eyes. One day, when I was 9 and the children at school were still picking on me, my mother brought out an old photo album that I had never seen before. Then she singled out a photo of a chubby girl with boy short blonde hair who was about my age. That was me. She said, I lost the weight that you now have. But it took me a long time. I just looked at her in a kind of trance. Now, you may lose your weight and you may not. Either way, I think you will grow up to a beautiful young lady like I did. My mother did, my grandmothers did, and my greater grandmothers did. And you should not care if anyone says otherwise. It's not their problem anyway. Needless to say, it stopped the crying about my weight from that day forth. But something in my heart, something was not right with Mom. She never talked about her family. I had never seen them. All Adam and I had ever known was Dad's side of the family. Whenever I asked about it, Dad would say something very vague like they live on the other side of the world and leave it at that. My mother was very sad when I was little. Mom used to cry at the end of the movies that we would watch together. Adam and I at the time did not know why, and Mom said she did not know as well, but the look in Dad's eyes always said something different. When I was 10, I figured that maybe it had to do with her family. The only real time she ever talked about them in detail was when she was talking about why I look the way I do. I had her mother's eyes and her father's hair. Thanks. Subscribe, please.